Thanks for stopping by, guys, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. Now, today's episode is going to be a bit different. I wanted to answer a few questions that have kept coming up in the comments and on Discord and a few other places. And those two are, can you help me with my tank, or can I be a part of your tank battles or your multiplayer content? For both of those, the answer is maybe. It's kind of complicated to explain, but a lot of the stuff I'm doing pretty much comes up to chance and whether or not I'm busy at the moment. I am really busy oftentimes and don't usually have a chance to get around to it. But if you do catch me at a good time where I'm just relaxing and goofing around in Scrap Mechanic, then yes, I will help you. Or with multiplayer stuff, it's kind of usually on the spot. If I'm looking to make a video and I realize that, hey, there's 4 or 5 other tank builders in the Discord, hey, can we get together and do something? Either like a free-for-all battle, the tiny tanks battles, the hide-and-go-seek stuff. And a lot of it's on the spot. It's not really planned, so it's kind of hard to say, hey, anyone who wants to do stuff together, be ready on this day at this time. That's not really how it is. I kind of also wanted to do a quick talk about some of the issues I've seen a lot of people doing with tanks and why they're not working. I've done a lot of tutorials and hopefully those help you guys build your own tanks, but these are a few issues that I've seen come up recently and I've helped a few people fix. So I do have a few things set up here that I'm going to be talking about as well. One of the issues that have been coming up is the turrets keep jamming on tanks. This is an issue I've had before that I've pretty much figured out. Now, if the vehicle has a stabilizer on it, it's usually not a big issue. The stabilizer keeps the whole turret moving. But if you have blocks that are not draggable, so draggable blocks rubbing against draggable blocks is good. Having things like wedges and curved pipes and things like that that rub against any other block like to jam. So, such as these wedges here, a lot of times will jam. On the Wyvern, I'm not 100% sure why they don't. I think it's honestly because of the stabilizer. And same thing over here, these wedges and these curved pieces a lot of times will jam on most other tanks. The stabilizer helps with that. If your turret's been jamming, maybe get rid of these, delete these like this, so that you only have draggable blocks rubbing on draggable blocks. Now, another issue that's been coming up is people's rounds will explode shortly after firing or exactly as they fire. There's probably 2 causes of this. One is this little anomaly. Some blocks, such as wedges, when rubbing up against a round, will cause it to act weirdly in the game. So in this situation, if I fire, it leaves the tank, but it explodes almost instantly after you fire it. I don't know why this is, but it's basically caused by wedges rubbing against a block. There are some other blocks that do this, mostly non-draggable blocks, like I've said before. So look at your tank, look at your breach, make sure that nothing that is a placeable block, so wedges, curved pipes, signs, anything like that, make sure it's not touching the actual explosive. That should hopefully mitigate this. Another cause, so if I delete this, another cause would be if you have a barrel that is too long. A lot of my tanks use the actual pistons, which don't have any sort of collision. That is why I do that. But if you have a solid barrel that's too long, sometimes your round will hit that and explode on contact. So, little demo, just like that. That's another cause. And lastly, some issues that I've noticed is kind of with this. So recently I've seen a lot of people using a detached / non-detached cannon hybrid, which I don't see a use for myself. I see why some people can use it. It does technically function. I have been experimenting with it. So a detached cannon works like this. You have a piece of cardboard. These blocks get shot out first by the spud gun, which makes this whole chunk of cardboard a different object with the round on it. And then this whole thing gets launched downrange like a normal cannon would. A non-detached cannon would have 2 bearings. all of these would fire at the same time, sending the round down range. And this is this little hybrid system that people have been using. The idea being, when it's low lag, when you have a lot of lag going on, it acts like a detached cannon, which detached cannons can work at really low frame rates. However, once the frame rate gets back up into a reasonable condition, then it starts behaving like a non-detached cannon, which gives the cannon a bit more power. So practically, this does work. I have been testing it, but one issue I've noticed a few people doing this is they'll place the breech of the gun, or the actual mantlet, right up against the round. You need at least one block space, or else this block causes collisions, which oftentimes detonates the round. Sometimes you can get around it. So right now it's been firing. Now if I bring the actual mantlet forward, this will probably go boom. Ta-da. So I simply wanted to do this video to help some people, answer some questions. Like I said, the main ones: can I help you build your tank? It depends if I'm free. If you catch me on a good day, I might be able to hop in and help you figure out what's wrong. And can you join multiplayer? Well, it pretty much depends. You need to be on the Discord server. That's pretty much where I do all my multiplayer stuff. You need to be a part of the tank. I actually have changed it recently. It is now the combat engineer role, which pretty much means you've posted pictures of tanks you've been working on in the tank chat and other places. You'll get the role that way. And kind of be on when I'm on. And if I need to record and I see there's a bunch of tank people on, I will usually see if we can do some sort of multiplayer thing that day. So I know this isn't the normal video. I might try and get a normal style video out, but I did want to talk about this because this has been coming up quite a bit. So hopefully this did help you guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. Hopefully you guys understand kind of where I'm coming from. But I am going to have to end this here. If you did enjoy, please leave a like. Any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. Enjoy the channel, enjoy what I'm doing. Please subscribe. It helps out a lot. And right now, shares help the channel the most. So if you do help out the channel, please share this episode with a friend. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. And until next time, peace.